Right, getting there now with this thing. The bodywork is not, it's been a real nightmare. I ended up using this stuff, which is water-based filler. It's basically poly filler, what you can buy in a tub like that for about £4. That was £7 or nearly £8 for a tiny little tube. But I'm convinced it's the exact same stuff that you use just for painting and decorating, that sort of thing. It's really cheap. You can buy a big tub of it for next to nothing. Anyway, I spent absolute age. I did about 3 or 4 fills with the slurry, but I was finding that it softens up this plastic underneath to the point where it warps, and it just makes it worse. And it goes very hard, as you probably know, and it's quite difficult to get it smooth again. So anyway, I've used almost an entire tube of that stuff. It's not perfect by any means, but it's getting there now. You know, I've made this front bumper that is separate to the main structure. The roof, I'm just going to take the roof off now for now because it's embarrassingly bad. It's the same issue with the warping on the roof. Getting it to fit all the way around has been very difficult. These lights, I've got the Dumborc RC receiver with the pinouts for the lights directly off the receiver. I've looked online, there's no manual with it. I bought some like basically a, oh, that's not the bag I'm looking for. I bought I don't even know where it is now. I bought basically the LED set and the harness connector that goes from all these into like one loom that then goes down to your receiver, so that you can connect everything onto your body, and then when you want to unplug the body you just unplug one thing rather than having to unplug everything out the receiver. But it doesn't seem to do what it's meant to do in terms of, like, at the moment, just for demonstrations, I've just got this, there's just 2 lights shoved in there, and they're actually the brake lights that are on at the minute, I think. I don't even know. It does all sorts of weird stuff. Basically it indicates left when you go forwards and it indicates right when you go in reverse. It doesn't seem to do what it's meant to do, so it's a bit annoying really, but can't say I'm surprised. What else have I done? I've done a back bumper as well. Like I said, this front bumper is fixed onto the chassis. It's got a steel bracket that goes in between the chassis rails, and then it's got an aluminium piece of flat bar, and then it's got the plastic fixed onto that, so it's actually quite strong, that is, and it'll prevent if I hit anything, it'll stop the body getting shoved off sideways, you know, knocked off. Even though it's clipped on, it's not on super strong. I'm going to make a whole new dashboard. I've done a back bumper as well just before I go on. The rear bumper, first thing you'll notice is the screws aren't symmetrical, just the way it turned out. It's not finished yet. I've got to add a few more details. The actual shape comes up here, and then there's reflectors in there, so I'm probably going to put another skin on there. Again, a lot more sanding I've done on the back, not so much filler on there. What else? The dashboard. I'm going to remake the dashboard from scratch because the position of the steering wheel is wrong. It's actually currently there. should be more like there basically, and a little bit more sort of rake back. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a whole new dashboard out of styrene. That's going to include a new feature, which will be a rev counter, which I've got to show you here, which I just was amazed by, to be honest. Like for any of my subscribers that aren't into RC cars, which I know a lot of you aren't, because you're just general, I don't know why you subscribe, but you do. Right, that's a normal servo, regular sized, like a classic sized Tamiya servo. That is just a I don't even know what the 40 by 20 mil or something like that. You can get a slightly smaller servo, which is sort of this size, I think. This is like a very small micro servo. You can get mini servos, micro servos, and then this is just like blown away how small it is. I was really surprised. It's amazing. This is £9. It's incredibly small. I mean, if you look closely you can see the plug. So what I'm going to do with that, that's going to be wired into the throttle channel 2, and I'm going to make a little, oh god, I've lost the bits already. There's the arms for it. I'm going to make a rev counter. So one of these will be the needle and the gauge, and that will go up and down as you move the engine. It'll go in reverse as well, which is a bit annoying. I don't quite know how to do that. Might compensate for that, I guess. I'll just have to make sure that it can move both directions. Another thing I want to do as well is I've ordered a bit more wire. I've run out of sort of smallish wire, so I want to rewire all the ancillary stuff like the smoke generator and the fan. Basically that's it, I think. There's a switch in the dashboard to switch the smoker off and the fan off. Oh, I'll just put them on the same switch. It's a double pole, no, it's a 4-pole double throw switch, so I can switch off the smoker for running indoors, because if you run it inside the house you don't want loads of smoke blowing out. Well, it's vapor, like vape, it's not very, don't really want to blow it all over the inside of the house. So that's it. I'm doing very well. Hopefully anyone who does know anything about making model cars or bodywork at all will appreciate the amount of work that's gone into smoothing all that out. And you can see if I put the lamp there, there is still more work to do. But I've got most of the waves and dings out of it, and there's still a bit more there to do now. I've kind of run out of filler now. I've run out of it. I can't be bothered to do it anymore at the minute. I'm going to have a rest from it now for a few days. I've got to go to work. So yeah, I'll just take that. I'll just take that off so you can see the bumpers in better detail. Just, as you can see, I've just thrown the lights in there for now. bloody annoying, isn't it? The more you look at it, the more imperfections. It's obviously needs more filler work. So that's screwed on there. That's just temporarily fixed on for now. I think when I paint it, I'm going to fix that on from the back with some self-tapping screws. It's basically take these rails off, screw it on properly, and then it's on. And the same goes with the rear bumper. These are just temporary, and basically what we'll have to do is fix it in, drill some more holes, like dummy screw holes or dummy screws, so that there's a pair of screws on each side that will be evenly spaced. So I'll just have to do another one there and another one there, so that they're not on the piss. But yeah, it's coming on. I keep saying that, don't I? It is coming on. There we go, it's dumped on the ground. Look. Right, I'm going to go inside and eat some of Keith's, some quiche from Keith's Chic Quiche Shack. See you later. Let us know what you think.